Hello and welcome to the second installation of this sur-ron wheelie tutorial series. In this one, I'm going to go over the knee wheelie, also known as the knee knock. This is a great wheelie for beginners. The balance point isn't as high as a sit-down wheelie, so it's a little easier to commit. And it's also a great wheelie for more advanced riders. It opens up a whole world of new tricks. Before you watch the rest of this video, go ahead and watch the first part of this tutorial series. I'm not going to repeat myself, but a lot of what I said about the location, the pop, and the braking applies exactly the same here. Before you start popping wheelies, go ahead and ride around with one knee on the seat and get used to how your weight is put off balance. I like putting about 60% of my weight on my knee and 40% on the peg foot. And just go ahead and roll around with one knee up and get used to how it feels. Depending on what's most comfortable, it can be your knee on the seat, it can be your shin on the seat, it can be somewhere in between. Just get comfortable being on your knee with the bike moving before you try to pop a wheelie. When you're ready to pop that front wheel, make sure your left index finger is on the rear brake. By far the most important tip I can give in any of these wheelie tutorial videos. You need that finger on the brake, and you need to actively know that you have the finger on the brake and actively know that it is your lifeline. If anything goes wrong, you're going for the brake, you're not dropping your feet and jumping off the bike. Just like the last wheelie tutorial, you're going to want to pop in one fluid motion, starting with your weight over the bars and then moving back, not up, but back while you hit the throttle. The biggest challenge with the knee wheelie is getting an even pop. You want to focus on keeping your handlebars perpendicular to the bike the entire pop. If you notice that the moment you pop, you're skewing the bars, that means you're not pulling your weight back, you're pulling it to a side, one side or the other. Really focus on throwing it directly forward and then directly back to get an even straight wheelie. You want your bars to be perpendicular to the bike the whole time. Unlike the sit-down wheelie where it's easier to pop going slow, for the knee wheelie, I'd recommend popping at about 15 to 20 miles an hour. You'll see it's a lot easier to maintain a straight pop and not go to one side or the other like I was saying. Once you've popped, you'll notice the balance point is lower than a sit-down wheelie. It's only at about 10 o'clock. So you can really just use the throttle to keep it up. You don't really need a lot of brake unless you're going too far back. Once popping a wheelie with your knee on the seat becomes comfortable, go ahead and try popping a sit-down wheelie and throwing your knee up while you're in the wheelie. Then try to get back into a sit-down wheelie without dropping the wheel. Once you're comfortable with that, go ahead and try to pop a sit-down wheelie, and as you're popping, throw the knee up. It's kind of a fun one. Now that you've got the basics down, you can really start getting creative with the knee knock, and that's why I love this trick. I like doing your classic knee knock foot over frame, knee knock foot over bars, knee knock foot drag, knee switches, even jumping from the knee position into another trick. Once you got the sit-down wheelie and the knee knock, a whole world opens up. You can do a ton of tricks, except stand on the seat, which is going to be the next installation of this wheelie tutorial series. So please smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.